video, I'm going to be doing a food possessiveness exercise with Bella. Now, Bella, again, is possessive of food, especially when food is near puddles. Again, had her lash out, not like the fact that not only was she eating her food, she wanted to take possession of Puddle's food as well, and had a little nasty moment, which is, again, all about relationship. It's about control, but at the same time, it's about fading into the picture as the dog owner. So here, what I'm doing is I'm beginning to interact with Bella, which intercepts that state of mind, that desire, that state of wanting, which is not a healthy way to think. Okay, it's all about relationship. So here in this exercise here, I have food out here in a dish. I got some food. Going to be working Bella, again, near the food, but with the method online. So you're going to see me interacting with her. But as I do this, the idea is to, through association, is to get in close proximity to the food. She's not going to be eating the food, okay? She's not going to be getting that as a reward or anything like that. This is just about her getting the idea that that she's not in control that way, that it's through right relationship in terms of advocating with her eating food as a follower. And so with me, with influence as part of the equation, with, again, intercepting that state of mind, kind of nudging her from investing, okay, in the food that way, in a highly invested state. So I'm using the pressure collar on her, okay, to help give me a little bit of leverage for this exercise. But again, it's not about cranking and yanking on dogs. It's about being ahead of the curve of their mind. It's about being proactive, dialed in at a level where I know when she, again, this is where if you really pay attention, when a dog is, say, food possessive, you'll notice them, engage in a level of stinking thinking, okay, where they're fixating, they're getting very focused on. Now, the thing that helped with this exercise, you can see me doing it, is as I do it, is I'm working angles, which means that I'm creating this scenario where she's got to pivot her head, and which gives me a better picture, better idea of how focused she is or how invested she is in the food. Because if I go straight on, again, she can fixate, the level of stinking thinking can occur, and it's not very effective, okay, in terms of intercepting that state. So by working at an angle, which you can see me doing, she forces her, it exposes, okay, reveals her state of mind with how she tries to pivot. And which she does that, I'm going to tap the leash, nudge the leash a little bit, and just communicate with her, hey, you're not going to invest that way. And again, when we do this exercise, this isn't about teasing a dog. You don't want to, engage that way. This is just about what's normal. Okay. Again, she'll get to eat. In fact, she's going to eat pretty shortly after this exercise. But I'm not going to tie it directly into this exercise. So again, just the idea that she understands that, hey, you need to calm down. I don't want you investing. I don't want you thinking that you're going to be nasty towards Puddles. Okay, Puddles should be able to eat her food in peace. In fact, what I did here a few minutes ago, because I had the food over there, and Puddles is still, again, I'm working through this, so I had Puddles out here, just her and I, out beyond, away from Bella, and Puddles was eating just fine. Okay, in fact, she's starting to really calm down, and she's eating. So again, I'm just going to kind of slowly work this together so that eventually the goal is very quickly to have both Puddles and Bella eating in close proximity, and both of them focused on their own food in a healthy way and not be possessive of each other, vice versa. And I understand that even Puddles at times will get a little possessive of things. So again, both of them have to understand that the owner's in control and want them to be followed. So again, I'm going to start to move with Bella here. Food's right here. This exercise, I don't extend it, okay? It's just for a couple minutes, a couple trips around here, to begin to engage, to make sure that she's not overly investing in food. So again, we start to move with her. The basic method, again, just like I did before. Now I'm not going to move right into the food right away. I'll put her into a down position now. Now here's the thing, she's already starting to become more agreeable to the method. Now here, this is a good example of the down. I'm locking my shoulders in here. There she goes into it, little push-pull down here. And here's the thing, before, as I started into this, she was very much not wanting to do the down this way. She started to become more agreeable. There's still some, little bit of conflict there, but she's not, into a high challenge state. Okay, so this is all about collapsing her mind, agreeableness. So kind of picture like the tug-of-war team. You can see as the tug-of-war team begins to collapse. That's the concept, is to be in her head that way through influence. So it's not pushing hard, because it's not about influence, physical force that way, influence that way. This is about, her agreeableness. Influence is still part of the equation, but just about technique. Okay, and again, you want her to come into agreement with the method this way, interacting this way. So again, I'm going to come over towards the food here, getting close to it. Now, when you do this exercise, notice here the food dish is right here. You want to go, see how you want to go beyond it a little bit, like this. Okay, and so the first trip here is just to get near it. Now, here's the thing: when you know the dog has a problem, they'll either try to look away from it. It's almost funny. They're like, well, if I can't take full control, I don't even want to deal with it, and they'll turn their head like way over, like they don't even want. And it's actually a little funny, because you can see how they're working through it. They're like in process. It's like all or nothing. But then as they begin to release control, they start to relax more and more. Now here, when I look at a dog that has food possessive issues, okay, I'm looking for levels of tension, okay, how tense they are. I'm just hanging here with Bella near the food's right here, and and then I'll even put some down, put her into a down. So I'm going to put it down on her, same thing as before, just pushing here on her shoulder blades, locking my shoulder in. I'm just leaning on her. I'm thinking about the down, not pushing that hard. This is about collapsing her mind. Now, when she's near the food, dogs near the food, sometimes they go to a higher resistance level. There we go. Good. This is what I want. So this is really healthy for her to be near the food with me directly interacting with her this way. And see that sigh right there? It's like, let me go, relaxation. So she had a moment of, which was great. That's exactly what I want. She had a moment of tension, stress, letting it go, near the food. Okay, and that's fantastic. So from here, I'm going to bring her back up into a sit. Just a little bit of influence to help her come up. You want her feet to move. Do a push-pull. Move her away from the food. Move forward with her. Same as before, when using the pressure collar, just, not a lot of influence here. It's knowing when to apply influence, when to release. But, like always, you don't want, the goal is never to go into, make it a war, to go into high conflict with the dog. So what's reasonable, and there's little accommodations that I'll make. So if the dog is, putting out a lot of challenge, and they're holding a lot of control of the relationship, then some of the accommodations is not to do the push-pull, for example, skip that step, and stop sooner. Take your time, because then what happens is the quicker you go, the more they'll ramp up, because they're moving too fast, okay? So slow it down, take your time. It's about technique, okay? It's about what these interactions are, but the same thing. So just move with her, because there is some, you have to understand the dogs aren't going to, they're not going to give you full control in like 1 hour, okay? Over time, it's like 2% daily, okay? Starts to affect your overall decision-making process. So it's progressive, and so you have to be considerate of that. You can't, that's why you won't see me rolling dogs on their backs and all this other stuff, okay? In fact, oftentimes I won't even do it down the way I do it until I know the dog is agreeable to it. So just really, so there's certain things that even through this method that is helpful. Here's the other thing: if you're if you're erratic too, if you're doing the interaction-based approach and your movements don't line up, okay, it's going to cause more conflict. Okay, if it's erratic, if you're moving and you're doing certain things. I put a video out on that a while ago showing there's a trainer and she was moving certain ways and it was all falling to pieces for a reason. Because it has to make sense to the dog. You understand, it's language. You know, my movements actually, Bella's interpreting the movements every time I make a movement. When I'm making the same movement each time, she's more and more agreeable to it because it's lining up. Okay, so same thing. So same thing, I'm going to move here with this. Bring her in. A little push pull. Same thing here. The same thing here when you're doing it too. Really good integrity at first. You want good integrity of what you're doing. I'm going to do one more pass with her. The other thing too is feedback. The method gives you feedback. So the dog gets more agreeable, you'll see it. In fact, you'll see it on the videos as these videos, as I keep posting these videos. I'm going to get a little closer here. And I'm going to put her in another down position. And just pushing, not hard. This is just about collapsing her mind. So the tug of war team collapsing concept, it's agreeableness, okay, to influence. So this is why you don't push. It's just about maintaining the same, don't release, just keep leaning, keep leaning, keep leaning, keep leaning. There we go. We'll push and pull. And even a little push and pull, you're down there too. She's looking at me. It draws, you know, brings her focus up to me. Because all I'm saying here is the food's here. It's not time to eat. It's not time to eat. Just relax. Same thing here. She wants to smell my shoes a little bit. Walking on the grass. I want to do. I just want her to. I want her just to relax near the food, which she's doing. Okay, this takes stress off of her. Again, this helps to self-regulate a dog in terms of eating their food. And then what happens here is as she releases more and more stress, she starts to let it go. She's becoming less and less possessive of the food. Then Puddles feels that. Puddles knows that right away. Puddles will sense that happening, and you'll see Puddles start to move forward in closer proximity to where the food is. So here, this is what I want. This is a great picture of just what you want right here, the food. You want this type of direct, you know, interaction. You don't want to be off leash with this and assuming things. This is direct, because this gives me information, okay, how influence is coming online. So she's right near the food, doing really great. I'm going to bring her back up into a sit. And move away from it. Like I said, don't pet the dog. I mean, sometimes you're tempted to say, oh, she did a great job. I want to, you know, pet and reward her. Well, the reward is the fact you're taking stress off of your dog, okay? And then again, if you pet on them, you're assuming things that typically aren't true regarding how fast their state of mind is cleaning up or how their perception is changing at a lot higher level than they really are. So try not to get caught up in that trap of reward, because that will empower her, okay? Because emotion becomes control, because it's about relationship. So this is about just, you know, maintaining a steadiness to the process. She's doing great. I mean, that was a great exercise. That gives you a good kind of demonstration of how to do it. Now, when in doubt, if you're dealing with a dog holding a lot of control, use a muzzle. Okay, use a muzzle. Or better yet, if you're, you know, able to just work this exercise further apart or further away, or don't start it right away to begin with. But when in doubt, use a muzzle. Not using a muzzle for Bella. She's doing really, really good. It's a great exercise. Again, this is something we're going to be working on ongoing, okay, during her stay here. Because again, this is one of the issues that she has. But again, you see how it works through interacting with her in a very specific way. So, thanks for watching.